A lot of the times we talk about Tesla's best features. Well, in this video, I'm giving you 8 of the most unknown and worst features of your Tesla that you may not even know about. So I'm gonna get right into it. Point number 1 has everything to do with the latest controversy, the new cars with no USS sensors. So what is this? The USS sensors are parking sensors that measure distance, especially helpful when you're parking or near something like a curb or a wall and you're trying to park your Tesla. Well, now they are removed from all new Teslas, but wait, there is a solution. Tesla Vision just came out recently with a new over-the-air update that promises just as peak performance in measuring distance with no USS sensors. So one of the big problems with Teslas were the lack of these parking sensors. Well, now there is an over-the-air fix, and time will tell how accurate this is. After owning my Tesla for over 30,000 miles at this point, my Model 3, I started to notice, point number 2, this big problem, especially if you live somewhere that gets a lot of rain. So one of my biggest complaints, especially in rainy conditions, is the rear camera that I use frequently when I'm driving, just to see if there are fast approaching cars behind me, or just having the camera open for safety constantly gets blocked by rainwater. So essentially you'll have a water bubble over top of the camera and you literally can't make out anything. Now the side cameras are protected just based on how they're designed, and there's no problems with the cameras in the front of your vehicle because they're protected by the windshield. But that rear camera, I have found, especially in rainy conditions, does get covered when it's really wet out. Point number 3, one of the worst features of Teslas that almost everybody in the Tesla community, even Elon himself, has said needs a lot of improvement, and that is point number 3, the Tesla service. Everybody dreads taking their vehicle in for any type of service, but if you do have to, there have been quite a few horror stories, if you will, about slow wait times and taking a long time to turn around that repair, and even some charges that you weren't expecting but were expecting to be covered under your warranty. Well, fortunately, I haven't been going through this. I have not taken my car into service yet, but there are a lot of stories online about the wait times and the unexpected prices. Now, that is not to say that it is not improving. Pricing is getting a lot more clear. Tesla is hiring and expanding to improve on hopefully same day repairs and delivery issues, but taking in your car to Tesla service is not something anybody looks forward to. Point number 4, one of the worst features of a Tesla, I'll say it now and I'll say it time and time again, and this is something you literally cannot avoid, something that's very unique to Teslas that potentially you're not going to get at any other car dealership, if you will, and that is the wait times. So one of the best parts of Tesla is the straightforward pricing and financing and options and the no-touch delivery that Tesla brings to the table, making it seamless to order and pick up your Tesla. Well, there is something that is strictly unavoidable, and that is the wait times. From a month to 3 months or more, sometimes you're waiting a long time to get your Tesla, and can you blame them? They are ramping up production with new facilities in Giga Austin and soon to be open Giga Mexico as well. But the wait times, unlike other kind of car manufacturers, is something that is unique to Tesla. Point number 5 is something that literally cuts my Tesla storage in half. So I really want you to hear about this issue. But before we get into point number 5, consider tapping that subscribe button. I'm trying to do this full time to bring you even more videos. And if you are thinking about a Tesla, consider purchasing the best accessories through my video links down below. It does support the channel. But with that being said, let's get into point number 5. There is no powered frunk. Well, at least yet. Current vehicles in 2023 do not have a powered frunk, and it's something that I really wish that Teslas had. I think it's a big problem, especially when your hands are full. Maybe you have your kiddo or hands full of groceries or trying to wrangle your pet. Having a powered frunk would really help to open and close it, to provide more storage because it's there, but I don't use it because it takes 2 hands per Tesla's manual to close the hood properly and safely. So if you have your hands full, a powered front would be really helpful, but currently that doesn't come in your Tesla. So point number 6, I want to bring this one up. This is my personal experience after using the Tesla wireless charging to charge my phone. Let me give you my thoughts on this. So I'm not sure if other Tesla owners agree. It is completely my experience. Anytime myself or my wife drives my Tesla and we go to charge our phones in that wireless port in the front of your Tesla, I find that it charges my phone extremely slow. But your car does come with USB-C ports, and whenever I use my cord that comes with my iPhone, it charges relatively quickly. But as far as that quick access wireless charging, I'm not really that impressed. Point number 7, this is also one that will affect every single Tesla, and this is very unique again to Teslas as well, strictly based on their design, and this one affects the inside of your car. Point number 7 has everything to do with the interior of your Tesla's dimness at night. So the interior of your car is only illuminated by that screen, which is great for heads-up driving. You're driving and you glance down and look at that screen. All of your controls are through that screen. That part is great. But there's this. There's not much ambient light inside of your Tesla, and you'll especially notice this at night. Now, it's really unique to Teslas because we've seen other vehicles start getting designed in this new modern look with the updated interior, but other manufacturers have added ambient light around the doors. It's almost like a soft LED light, but Tesla doesn't have any of that. There's no LED lights on the air conditioning unit, that dashboard, or around the door. So it can get relatively dark inside of your Tesla at night. Now again, this may be more of a preference thing. I installed LED lights inside of my Tesla, and the same would go, I would say, for the trunk lighting as well. I swapped those out for brighter LED lights. So all in all, I do wish there were some ambient lighting. It does light up a little bit when you unlock the Tesla and you get inside. But other than that, when you're driving at night, you'll especially notice how dark it is. So here's a feature that is a little frustrating. Point number 8 has everything to do with charging your battery up to 100%. So if you do not have the LFP battery, the lithium iron phosphate battery, I don't. I have the 2021 Model 3 standard range, so I have to charge to 90%. But what's the problem with that? So if you have this certain battery chemistry where you have to charge to 90%, if you forget or if you change your charging to 100%, let's say you're going on a road trip or a long drive and you change it but forget to change it back to 90%, then Tesla says repeatedly doing this over and over can possibly damage or shorten the life of your battery. Well, that's a big deal if you're driving an EV, and I kind of wish I didn't have to worry about that because there have definitely been days where I forgot to change my range from 100 back down to 90%, so that is a little frustrating. So Tesla is aware of this, and a lot of them, they're gonna have that LFP battery, but make sure to check on your delivery day and when you order, because you want to make sure to follow those guidelines. Now, is it really a big deal? Is it really a huge critical mistake? Well, no, and I'm sure it takes maybe hundreds of charging sessions forgetting and overcharging your battery to do anything to your battery, and is also covered under your warranty, but it is something to keep in mind. So those are 8 of the worst features of a Tesla, and I found out a lot of these after driving 30,000 miles and discovering them, if you will, after driving my Tesla experience. So hopefully you learned something there, some things to watch out for. If you did, consider subscribing so I can make even more videos for you. And the only way I know that you enjoyed this video is to drop a like. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.